What's up guys? Welcome back. So there are times in your life where you have to get in shape super quick. It could be for a wedding, it could be for a holiday, it could even be for a photo shoot.
So in this video, we're going to show you how to do it.
So before we get into our points, let's just clarify. This is not what we normally preach on our channel. We are about the long game, and doing this is going to mean you have to sacrifice certain things in order to make a change that fast. Once you have got to that point, you would then start to reintroduce your normal life, because this is not sustainable long term.
That being said, point number one, you need a calorie deficit.
Sure.
Well, what a surprise. You need to find your TDEE, or your maintenance calories. From that, you're just going to drop them down daily by 500 calories. If you don't know how to do that, the quickest and easiest way is to do it on an online calculator. We'll put a link in the description box below.
But do note that if you lose more than 1 pound a week, you're going to start losing muscle as well. We don't really want to do this because muscle is metabolically active, means it allows us to have more calories a day, it's hard earned, and it looks awesome. If you have more weight to lose, you might be able to lose up to 3 pounds a week. But if you're kind of like mine and Leon's size, or you're relatively lean, I would say below 15% body fat, you don't really want to be losing more than 1 pound a week.
No, so remember to track that too.
So leading on straight from there, point 2 is meal prep. This is probably going to be, for me personally, the most important thing for me when I have to kind of hard diet, let's say. If I've got my food already made for me, I don't have to go to the shop and accidentally overeat or go, oh, that looks too good. It's done for me, it's there, I just go to my bag, I get it out of the fridge, and I eat that, and everything is already added up. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. It's that old saying, it's really, really important. But also, you probably want to increase your protein a little bit. When you go on a diet, protein tends to increase because obviously we're in a calorie deficit. We really want to hold on to that muscle. We don't want to be burning muscle as fuel. So increasing your protein by a small amount will help that. I know there's tons in the news at the moment all about protein, about people, even in our last video that I did, which was things that lies you probably still believe about fitness. We talked about whey protein and how people sell it for more than it is. Doesn't matter whether it comes from whey protein, it comes from meat, it comes from beans. Protein is protein at the end of the day, but obviously you want to get it from the most natural sources possible.
And I'm going to go straight in with point number 3 when we're talking about food. Veggies, veggies, veggies. You are looking at the green giant right now. Anytime John goes onto a diet, you'll notice that a nice little bit of protein, tiny little bit of carbs, and then ton of veg. Why? You're in a calorie deficit, so you're going to be hungry. And what does veggies give you? Loads of nutrients, minimal calories, but a lot of volume, so it's going to fill you up. So get the veggies in.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It's kind of inverse. When I'm trying to bulk, I tend to have less veg because they fill me up. So I want to get more carbs, I want to get more fat involved. But when I'm on a diet, carbs tend to come down a little bit, maybe fat does too. But if I'm just eating kind of protein and a small amount of carbs and fat, I'm hungry. So if I just have a shit ton of veg, it fills you up and keeps you going. When it comes to training, if you don't use it, you lose it. So we need to have that heavy lifting in there, your heavy squats, your heavy bench press, your heavy deadlifts, because obviously that's what stimulates muscle growth, and in this situation, helps us hold on to muscle. But what we do is we have massive rest sets. If we're kind of on our phone, we're maybe having 5 minutes in between exercises, which is wasted time. So maybe you could do some burpees in there, you could do some sprints, you could even do another auxiliary exercise, you could deadlift, and maybe you could hit some dumbbell pressing in between. And basically you're just burning more calories in your session. Yes, that might mean that you don't lift quite as heavy in your squats or deadlifts, but if you use a different muscle group, you should be fine.
Yeah, and you've got to remember at this point in the game, you're doing it fast. There's going to be no PBs, there's no magic happening. And with that as well, if you don't want to put cardio exercises in with your weights, you just want to crack on and do your thing, that is fine. But we normally say bring in your cardio or your HIIT at the end of a protocol, but you're doing it faster. So add in a couple of extra sessions. Go in and do some fasted lifts, or go in and do some HIIT. Add in that cardio because you're going to burn more calories.
And let's not fill you full of shit here. Let's be realistic and let's be honest. This is what you're going to expect. You're going to be tired. You are going to be hungry. When it comes to the end of the day, you're probably going to get grumpy. As you get to the end of this diet, you're probably going to find, when you look at something and you can't focus on it and you just keep going a little bit blurry and you stare into space, you're going to have a bit of that as well, because you are kind of you're taking away from your body. To basically lose fat, you're just taking calories away. So this is why this is a more aggressive approach. It's for a very short-term fix, and it's not for the long term. But if you have got a wedding, you have got a holiday, or you have got a photo shoot, these are the type of things you do. And one thing that we get really, really wrong, I feel, is we try and diet like this all year round, because we see that's what bodybuilders do, that's what guys that look insane or girls that look insane get on stage. They look amazing, but they do that for a job, or they do it for 14 weeks. But are you stepping on stage? Probably not. Am I? Hell no. So would I treat myself like that all year round? No way.
So on that note, if you loved the video, give it a massive thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. If you've got any further questions, drop them in the comment box below, and we will see you next week.
Bye guys.